Okay, guys, so after we have made the decision that we're going to go ahead with company A, I'm not sure if I can speak about the company, like call the company name. I am not sure, so that's why I'm labeling it as company A for now. So just to give you a brief understanding of my immigration process, I was with company X, right? So I signed up with company X in probably 2014, 2015. And then, you do the whole NCLEX preparation. I'll tell you all about that. And I went ahead and set the NCLEX with the company X. Now, I was working at a type C, considered a type B hospital in Jamaica. But then my company had put me on hold. So I made a decision to switch to company A, right? So that's the company. I'm going to be telling you about that company, and then adding in some of what I know from the other companies, right? Because you have friends who come with other companies so they can share their experiences with you. So I'll be adding in some things from the other companies, but specifically or predominantly, I'm going to be talking about company A. All right. So after you have made your decision, we're going to start the process. So start in the process. People don't mind my handwriting. Y'all know the shorts. So, and starting the company, we're going to join company A, right? So the first thing you're going to do is to reach out to the company. So, or agency, whichever one you want to call it. So sometimes you will get referral. For example, I am here now and I have a nurse friend in Jamaica who wants to start their process. I can send them a referral link for my company, and then they will reach out directly to probably a recruiter or a recruitment officer in the company, or you can just go online. Most of the companies have an online portal that you can just use search. For example, you want to go with O'Grady Payton, you type in O'Grady Payton International, Google, and then you'll go on their website, and somewhere on their page you will see international RN, or interested in application, or interested in becoming a nurse in the US, something of that sort. But it will be there, and you'll be able to click on that link and do your application, and then you submit it to the company. So after you have reached out to the company, you'll be asked to submit a resume, right? So probably during the application process, they'll ask you to upload your resume to the system, or these two can happen simultaneously, right? So you'll be contacted by what do we call them? Recruitment manager. All right, so you'll be contacted by a recruitment manager, and they basically, sometimes they'll give you a call, sometimes they'll reach out to you via email, set a time for you when you'll be able to talk with them, discuss with them your interest in working in the US, how did you find out about the company, that sort of thing. So sometimes you just reach out to the company, and then you'll be contacted by a recruitment manager who will ask you to submit a resume. All right, so it all depends on the company. Sometimes you'll sign up, and in signing up you'll have to upload your resume. So please ensure that you have an updated resume, right? Your resume should show your skills, where you have worked, the departments that you have worked in Jamaica, and for how long, right? Those are the things that they want to see on the resume. Now, after you have spoken with your recruitment agent and you have discussed basically your interests, and she has basically told you a little bit about the company, what it entails, what it does, basically what life working in the US will, they give you a brief overview. Take your time. So basically, if you're a match, which 99% of the time you are a match, they will send you an employment contract. If after speaking with them you tell them, yes, I understand everything, I'm ready to go ahead with the process, they will send you an employment contract or employment agreement, right? So you will have up until 30 days. I know most companies will give you up until 30 days to sign this contract and send it back to them, because basically after you have signed this contract, you are legally bound to this company, let me tell you. So you reach out, you submit your resume, you contacted, it's a go. We are going to do employment agreement, or I could just have written contract to sign. So you get 30 days to sign this contract. So within that 30 days, you really think about it. Is this what I want to do right now? Is this the right company for me? You take your time, you research the company, you research the areas that the company staff, most time like the cities. Sometimes you can see it, sometimes you won't. You reach out to other nurses who have been working in the US with company A, ask them about company A, find out about company B, ask them about company B, think about it, because remember, this is a legally binding contract. Remember, you will be under this company or working for this company for the next 2 to 3 years. All right, so after we have done that, now basically the contract, going through the contract, you will see what the contract will entail. It's a lot. Please read the fine print, do not skip over the fine print, right? So the contract will basically tell you what the company cover. If they cover the sponsorship of the green card for the nurse and the family, or it's for the nurse alone and then the nurse is responsible for paying for the family, or if they cover the cost of the visa screen, the CGFNS and CES report, the cost of the state license, NCLEX preparation. Most companies have the NCLEX prep courses that they will do online with you. How long is this prep course? Also the cost of the NCLEX, flight and hotel. Girl, the benefits of the company, including if they provide you with insurance, medical, vision, dental, if you get PTO, which is paid time off, because we don't get like vacation leave or sick leave. People, when you come into the US as a registered nurse, forget the vacation leave and the sick leave that you get in Jamaica, the 30 days and the 14 days and the 10 days DLs. Forget about them. You work for your PTOs, right? So you think about, you also look, how many PTOs will you get per month? That sort of thing. If they contribute to a retirement plan for you, if they do workers' compensation, if you get injured on the job, will the company cover your medical expenses? Will they pay you while you're sick at home, right? Liability coverage, if the hospital is suing you, God forbid, something happens and the hospital plans a lawsuit against you, will the company cover for those legal fees, that sort of thing? We have to take that into consideration. Also, in choosing a company, any company at all, people, you have to be open and flexible. Just tell yourself, this first 2 or 3 years of my life is just my starting point. After your contract is over, there are 52 states in America. You can go to any state and live. If you want to live in Florida, your company might not be able to send you to Florida, but guess what? They'll be able to send you to North Carolina. You go to North Carolina, That's where I'm at. You go to North Carolina, you do your 2 years or your 3 years contract, and then when you're done with your contract, you go to Florida. Remember, we're thinking about the future. Things may not always go how you want it to go, but it's always a stepping stone. All right, so you have to be open and flexible, as in where to go and the type of shifts that you want. In Jamaica, most times we do rotating shifts, so we're on nights for a period of time, and then we're on days, or then we rotate nights, days, afternoon, that sort of thing. In the US, there are only 2 shifts, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., and you are on that shift for your contract. There are chances where you might speak to your manager and they'll be able to switch you to a day shift if you're on nights and you feel like you cannot do nights anymore. Based on the needs, the staffing, that sort of thing, they may be able to switch you, but your contract most of the time will say either night or days, right? So you have to be flexible. I'm always a night shift person, so I chose nights. For the last 2 years, I've been doing nights, like nights straight. Alright, so after you have thought about that, 30 days has come, you have signed your contract, you have sent it back to the company. We're gonna move on to stage 3 of the process. So after signing your contract, right, you're going to be contacted by a licensure specialist, right? So what should I call this part? I don't know what to call this part. All right, so anyways, you're going to be contacted by a licensure specialist, and these are the persons who will ask you for your documents. All right, so this person will send you a list of documents that you would need to upload to the system, and most times you have 2 weeks, I think is 15 business days to upload these documents, right? So you have to upload your documents to the system, and as I said, they will send you a list of the documents you would need. For example, you would need your transcript from your nursing institution. You would need your degree. You would need your high school certificate, your CXC certificate. You would need birth and marriage certificates, the front page of your passport, the biography page. You're going to need that. Employment letters. You are going to need employment letters. Some of them will send you some forms that you would have your supervisor from your hospital in Jamaica. You would have your supervisors complete those forms for you, and y'all know how to get through that part of the process. You do, right? So you would do that. And as I said, if it's a company that need you to do the IELTS examination, they will ask for your IELTS results if you have already done it, or they will also inform you that you need to do an IELTS exam. They will send you to create a CGFNS profile. Basically, it's getting your documents certified, right? So you send them your degree and they're gonna say, okay, her Jamaican degree is good enough to be used in the US. That's basically what CGFNS does. And then they'll send you a link to complete a candidate profile for the company, right? So when you complete your candidate profile, you'll go on and you'll see the documents that you have uploaded or other documents that you would need, and also you would see where you are in the process, right? So that's what the licensure specialist does. So after you have done that, 15 days, remember, 15 days to upload those documents. So after you have after you have been contacted by the licensure specialist, you upload your documents, you're going to be contacted by overseas coordinator. Basically, this person is like just somebody who will contact you and find out how the process is going for you. If you're having any difficulties like uploading your documents, or if you're having any if you're having any difficulties with any part of the process, that's basically what the overseas coordinator will do, right? So once the document is reviewed and they have been accepted and you have completed your candidate profile, they will send you to register in your online based training for the NCLEX. And this is where it gets interesting. So you will register, I'm gonna say NCLEX training to make it a little bit more easier for you guys to remember. So you're going to register for NCLEX training.